do not give up. I just try. Now it's live? Hey. So weird. Hold on one moment. I just trying to fix YouTube. Am I really live? Am I? Oh, yes. According to my computer, it is on. I see it on my tablet. Yeah, I see it on my tablet. Okay, it's fixed. That was weird. Alright, now that that's fixed, I don't have to look at that no more. Let's play Phoenix Wright. We are going to continue. No, not that one. What happened to my mousey? Mousey! I mean, not my mouse, my controller. Okay, you're connected. Connection. Connection in happening. Why does this always happen to me? Like, why? Gotta restart the game. I'm a terrible, terrible live person. It's actually taking me 15 minutes. For shame. Alright, now it's working. Thank goodness. And now... my avatar is not using it. Whatever. Right, we were in the middle of this. I can't just forget the SL9 incident, you know? I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence. I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murderers, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think is his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here, blah, 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 blah. Yes. Alright. Why did I present again? Screw my butterfingers. Alright. Pretty sure that's something to do with this. Objection! Radio. That's why I save on that statement. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Oh, do tell, do tell. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago, he received the same lousy persecutor award you got. That is lousy. Why did they give them such a disgusting looking trophy? What? A prosecutor? Order the court. He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the S-9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was my brother. He was investigating the murders with Damon Grant. Okay. That's a grammar error. The then Deputy Chief of Police, or maybe not. Maybe I just read that wrong in my head. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. I cannot see YouTube chats. Hello, Karate. How are you? How you been? I just swear I cannot see YouTube chats. Oh boy, what's going on here? Oh. There you go. Now I should be able to see YouTube chats. Yay. Get out of the way. I'm good. It's currently pet sitting. You're sitting on a pet? Oh my goodness, I hope you're not squeezing its lungs and stomach and killing it. The poor thing. The poor thing. Get off the pet. Get off. Let the pet breathe. And that's it. That's your reason for your insane actions. There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. You're suffocating the pet. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. The pussy. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happened by chance never cease to amaze me. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? It's got to be more than just that. So no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime. That means the murder in the prosecutor office parking lot was the real one. If that was the case, why even bring this up? Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye. Yeah, object that shit. But wait! A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. Objection. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. Oh my god. Hold on, 1 second. Goody. There yet to remain the mystery of simultaneous murder at the police department. I can't read it. It seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony of one of Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less. Ah! Don't bow your head like that. I rest my case. It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera tape really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. Your Honor! Oh, wait! I got cookies in my bag. Emma! The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right? Well, what do you mean, right? Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor? Oh, in a sense. Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings. Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky sisters were in that file. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew this fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker? I know fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again. So did you find something? No. No? Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Is that all? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. A beautiful high school student. And I'm just an attorney. Attorney of law. Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have left. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you. Me? Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright, with regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry. I can't be of more use. Why are you trying to make me think? But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be dead. Oh, whatever the hell. Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day, and I got a tapioca waiting in my fridge to get. Cause you know I'm old. Yes, Your Honor, if I have needed to concentrate, it's now. And shit, I guess I should have put water in this, so I did I drink the water. Oh well. Let's do this. Bang, 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 bang. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? I object. All right. The handprint left at the crime scene was my handprint. Metro cycle on the wall. I'm kidding. And an ad break is in a minute. Let me see if I could dismiss that. Yeah, okay. I dismissed it for now. Clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring... Sorry. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. And a break is in commence. I'll be right back. Let me just go get some water.
Shut up! Be careful there! Wait, is this for real? Oh, no!
Son of a bitch.
Show yourself!
I don't know what's going on.
Knocked. That son of a bitch.
You repeated the same thing I did. Oh, y'all need to clip these things if y'all see anything weird, you know? Oops. What is this, a grabbing marathon? Hi, walk in, buddy, because I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, I have returned. Went to get some wawa. Okay. With all this evidence here, there's got to be something I can use. The question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plans? Okay, I think I remember. I had to click on this. Take that! What about that piece of plywood? The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Why are we rhyming? Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well, what? He gasped! That's right, so long as the Blue Badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker. What? So that means, just exactly what does that mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker. Don't look at me. I didn't put it there. Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically. Emma, on that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the Blue Badger was brought in. Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. Because I'm old. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st in the police department evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time, someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. Everybody got to slam their hand on their desk. So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident occur? To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room? That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well, then tell us. When did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented. Proof that shows when the murder took place? There's only one piece of evidence that can show that. Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows when the first crime took place? I could only think of this. Someone came much earlier. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required. An ID card? Oh, the ID card record. Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel in the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50? If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. Wait, what? Hold on. Isn't that a bit strange? The blood was... How come they didn't know? Yeah, they didn't notice the handprint when they put it there. Alright, that's confusing. When he put the badger there, the blood wasn't there, so it was wiped away clean and then it was put back again? Anyway. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That one man. The crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other card number remaining. 7777777. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 7777777. 7. Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 777777777. That's 17 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number 7777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
Objection!
But that's ridiculous. Just how... I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. This is one situation in which we can be granted such authority. If an official charge filed against the executive is accepted. An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor office operates.
Objection!
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Lana?
Objection!
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number. And it's not 7777777. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. The SL9 incident? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did. Lana, I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defend it! Just what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me and an investigator in that crime in the eye and say that you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't. I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why don't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. If y'all get an innocent man killed, that is not good. That's not good at all. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana, even if involved forging evidence. Dang, this got deep. This got deep. See, that's what I'm talking about. No. No. Oh. Order! Lana remarks caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. We'll have to wait until the following day. Everybody barking orders. Everybody upset. Can't trust the prosecutor. Dang. That's rough. Excuse me. February 24th, 3:12 p.m. Wright and Co offices. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings. Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day. Unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came busting into the office. Joe Dark. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Jake Marshall brother. Joe Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. A permanent picture? I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. That's why Mr. Edgeworth in such hot water. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, it's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true. Even though he may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially to Emma. My goodness, this getting deep. Okay, so what's this permanent picture? What did you see in the instant that crime occurred? Drake knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. Oh, whoops, sorry. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Ugh. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. And I wanna take a picture of this. Yeah. There you go. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago. You must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grow up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way Lana would never have to forge any. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor. Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. So why? He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled in my sister's office. But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective offices and the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. She was a detective? I was wondering how a chief prosecutor could be at the police. Well, what? That's news to me. After the Joe Dart case, she was transferred to the prosecutor office and made chief prosecutor. Wasn't that a little too fast? It's like she'd been awarded for something. Lana used to be a detective? I better have another talk with her. Yeah, we gotta talk to Lana. Some ain't adding up. Lana! Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Yeah, because you want to be found guilty so friggin' hard. Falsifying evidence? I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risk. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Okay. Let's talk. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today. Not the least of which I was expecting. The fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'll always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Oh God, this really reminded me of Mia and Maya. If only Mia was still alive. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15 there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said about you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so phased before. It's true. I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Grant cracked together. So he was chief of the police, and she was a detective. Chief Grant? He was the department chief of police back then, but he still worked with the crime scenes. Damon Grant, he was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now, you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court, right? Grant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor office. They Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of this 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Grant, right? Yes. Deputy Chief Grant and I shared the same office and the same investigators. And oh my god. Marcus, oh. 1 second. Look like a child went missing. Yes, Deputy Chief Grant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. They even had the same office? We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. First one at the scene. Damon Grant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Grant and Marshall let their guards down that fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Grant and myself. That's why he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana. It appears so. I was filing some papers while Grant and Marshall were questioning Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Whoa, hold on, wait, that don't even look right. Why would the serial killer be underneath the person that have the knife in the back? I feel like someone else did that. Anyway, Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma and carried her out of the room and just held her. Can't blame her after all her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. That's right. Quite a coincidence, hmm? I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in this incident. Just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to the extreme because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall, yes. His action came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Grant and I shared. The office that Mr. Grant now occupies by himself. The chief office. Maybe we should have a look at the chief office. The site of the final SL9 murder. Alright. So we move to criminal affairs. February 24th, police station, criminal affairs department. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Things seem kind of quiet around here today. You're right. The chief of detectives seems the same, though. I can't read. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right. We can come back here later. Ugh. Where do you want me to go? Oh, right, yeah. The police department. February 24th. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall. I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. And I like my steak and eggs. Quesada. Whoops, I say care too much. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. How did you know that? Wait, Phoenix! How did you know that was his pet? I was just thinking it was just a plant. Out of all the things that could be said, I was thinking it could be Billy the Kid, another person. Anyway. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for the little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Ooh. Will you lay off? Just like many PlayStation people. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why do you prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Fear! I mean, after all, it had something to do with his brother. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. You just had steak for breakfast. You don't need no more steak. Yeah, let's talk about it. The dark trial. Something fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean the switchblade knife with a broken tip? That was Joe Dark's all right. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there is a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? Hey, Evil Sonny! Welcome in. How you doing? That case left behind scars on all of us. The scars that the SL9 incident left behind? How are you? Oh, I am quite fine. I am well. Right here playing Phoenix Wright, trying to get to the bottom of this case. Oh, goodness. It really feels like I am trying to solve two cases into one. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He's one of the best prosecutors around. I don't think you got the look. I had just met a detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he, your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the King of Prosecutors? I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. Of course, it's gonna be toxic players in Roblox. Don't let them get to you, though. I just let them get to me and I just quit. I prefer single-player games because of that. And if I do play games that that is multiplayer, I would normally just play with close friends. Close friends who I know. Like Poppy and Raza and Zed and Fearless. And someone else I just play with. Fox. Yeah. Oh, and I would play with you too, Evil Sonic, whenever we play friggin' Sonic Cross Racing. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. But I thought the statute of limitations is be for 13 years in this game. They changed it to 2? Or that's just the date of the transferal? Anyway, I'll figure it out eventually. I tried to steal the evidence so that the case wouldn't die. After all, that was the case with Edgeworth case. That was 13 years ago when his father died. And the case was brought up again using another incident. Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. Scars. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. Nah, it's fine. I teach them toxic teamers and made them rage quit, and it's all 7 of them. Whoa, you got game, Evil Sonic. I didn't know you were that good of a gamer. Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Grant and Lana Skye. Oh? The investigation lead, Damon Grant, and his second-in-command, Lana Skye. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor office, right? Whoops, sorry, I'm still talking in Marshall's voice with Phoenix. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor office, right? Yeah. Damon Grant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. He arranged it? She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Skye was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? What happened? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. Lana's secret? It all started 2 years ago? So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. Yeah! Someone's actually said Edgeworth is innocent in all this. Way to go. By the way, how's the game going so far? It's pretty interesting. No complaints. That someone is Damon Grant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after the day. Wait, what did he spit out? The cover? What he was drinking all that time? Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambino. How about you guys? Well, how about you, Evil Sonic? Are you enjoying my voice acting? Does it sucks? Does I suck? Is the game intriguing? Does it tickle your brain a little bit? Does it make you want to poke at your brain? I can't stop playing it though. It's pretty good. All right, so you are? Wow. This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Of course I am. Oh, that's great. That's great. Who do you think did it? Who really killed Detective Goodman? Man, I don't even know. I opened in a bag of chips. This got me puzzled. We don't have a definite answer yet because the owner of that 7777777 ID has not made himself known or herself known. I don't know who it is. It's not Lana, according to Edward. It's not Edward. I wonder. Could it be Grant? But he's the chief of police. Now that I think about it, Edward said that he didn't have authority to look into that ID. Because the person is of a higher rank, actually. Is it Grant? Boy, all the pieces seem to fit right towards him. At least in my mind. I just finished eating fish and rice today. Oh, that sounds scrumptious. You were careful of the fish bones, right? Fried fish? I had pasta and fried chicken and salad earlier. And now I'm eating this chip. I take all the bones out of the fish before eating it. Good. Sometimes I don't have the patience for that, though. So what I would do, probably take a piece of the fish, take off the bones off that little piece, put it in my mouth, take another piece while I'm chewing that piece, take off the bones off for that. Yeah. Sometimes I would miss and eat a bone. I just have to be careful how I chew. Fish be tricky. Anyway. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do. Alta count 5493. Welcome in. Can you play as L? No, I'm not that smart. I'm not L smart. I just trying to piece everything together. I could be wrong. Could be another person that hasn't been identified yet. Okay. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media and tomorrow's trial. Are we talking to the man in the back there? Oh, okay. Use ChatGPT. Now that's cheating. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I want to solve it first. I'm not a gamer if I use AI to solve my problems. I want to think it out first. I think festive is the word usually used for those. And then if I don't get it correct after so many tries and I get frustrated and I want to break something, then I'll use ChatGPT. But I ain't using it before. Oh, today I made an awesome rock song. What I made. Didn't solve it, noob. Ah. Well. Like, I suspect Grant. But I only suspect him. I ain't sure. It could be another person. Can't be Marshall. Sky got fired. He's the only person that isn't... that we have seen, but isn't tied to anything yet. And he's in higher rank. So I'm not sure if it's him or not. Anywho, we will get to the bottom of this eventually. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Grant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. You mean to tell me that anybody could just walk into the chief of police office? Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Oh, that's what I thought. I could beat this while doing 5 backflips per minute. Matter of fact, I'm betting my friend Trina Sama life on that. That? Why my life? You could do your backflips. Go ahead. You could go ahead and solve them. But not my life. My God, so I do again. How you doing? Welcome in. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief office. Magasa, I am not repeating that. I already did. I never agreed to that bet. It's invalid. We're going to the chief office. Wooden organ. Why a whole freaking organ in an office, though? Is this a church? Oh my God, the music. Whoa, where am I? Wait, it even have a church window. So this is in the police headquarters? What? Oh my god, so honestly, skill issue, you can't deny that, noob. I just need to get better, that's all. Now I'll get better than you. I don't know about those 5 backflip stuff. In the chief office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Oh my god, so what? Huh? Why don't you speak proper English to me? You know I can't read things like that. Bohemian I am, but I don't speak like that. I beat the game so fast, you know, or the Chinese mode to make it fair. The owner? I don't even speak Chinese. Wow. Ah. Well, I suck then. It's fine. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Batch. I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. My god, that really... This is church. I never could remember where C was. Oh, it's you two. Chief Rat. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. So, Righto, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall misconduct. And Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. My god, he's a big man. He reminds me of my grandfather. See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it though. Grant's team picture added to the court record. Anyway, I like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office, it was the crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now, hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. He's preventing us from investigating. Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems that case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Grant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's got to be a way we can get inside the chief office. Oh my goodness. How are we gonna do this? Magasso. I still didn't understand what you were saying. Maybe I could figure it out. I never that. I eat. Oh, if I'm all right. Yeah, I'm good. But I don't understand the first one. I eat never. I'm just stupid. I don't know. Hi, pal. Detective Gumshoe. Aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? Just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting so long? Oh, actually, they're serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now, Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes. Edgeworth crisis. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she? Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now with this, are there really so many people who hate him? In our world? Only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies. Just beat the game again? I'm trying to beat it now. Isn't that enough? Hey, Dick! Keep up the good work! Yes, sir. Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat. I sued the game owner so they added Asian mode and had ChatGPT and DeepSeek work together to defeat me. How much money do you have? I don't think it's that serious to do all of that. You sued Capcom? Really? Yes, sir. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime. Okay, Dick? Yes, sir. It seems you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. After all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier, while the coffee was brewing. Ooh, I should give him that voice. He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Dark left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who is trying to protect some girl? Me. It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Oh, let's see. I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forgot. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fails to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon? It might jog his memory? I'll show him to him later after I read this. Joe Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take to serial killing? Tongue-tied. One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. With his car? So it was an accident? An accident, yes. But it transformed him into an animal. An animal? He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. A kid walked by just then, so he killed him too. Then when he was burying the bodies, a druggie came upon the scene and was finally finally he turned himself in. Oh. But why killed if there was an accident? It was just an accident, man. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. So he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too. But luckily, Dark was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness, aka Emma. Alright, so let's present Gumshoe with the knife. About this. Hey, is that... It was a tag attached to it with the label S9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of. What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in the locker. On the day of Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. I was found in Mr. Edgewood's car muffler. That's it! Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all come back to me. Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it, too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. I beat them again, and thus I embark on a journey of suing and sued them for premeditated murder, grand blasphemy, high treason, terrorism, and one. Now they added 7 Cs mode. You should play it. 7 Cs mode? To the Phoenix, right? Wait. So what game exactly? And, you did a lot. You did a lot. When you take a good look at the knife, you see it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. Actually kind of hard, not gonna lie. I thought so. But it seems like you had the money to do everything and anything, so... Keep going at it. See ya? Okay. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you sticking by me and making jabs at me. It was fun. Remember to like and subscribe. Well, subscribe if I deserve it. But if you like the content, please knight that like button. I appreciate that. So long. Have a good day. I don't think I deserve to subscribe. I don't think I'm that funny yet. I'll get better in time! Although it's been like 5 years. On Twitch, anyway. YouTube is a totally different matter. Because I just started recently streaming on YouTube. Recently. The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. And I already read that. Why did I read that again? It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Dark's knife? You bet. Down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. So Neil, autopsy report added to the court record. Stabbed in the back. Died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was in the wound. Switchblade knife updated in the court record. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. I subbed. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Hopefully I get to see you again and talk more about you suing people. But have a good one. Thank you for sticking around. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Grant. It's not money, but it does concern the Chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. I'm probably most likely never going to see you again, but good luck. Aww, that kind of hurt, but okay. I don't know what's going on in your life, and I hope it gets sorted out. But the next time I stream will be Saturday, okay? Saturday at 8 p.m. Maybe I should play a different game. Maybe I should continue with this. Whenever I get burned out, I will definitely play a different game. So if you wanted to know when's the next time I stream, it'll be Saturday at 8 p.m. EST. If you don't come, then that's fine too. The Chief's out now and his office is locked. We'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective ID card can unlock the door. Any? Why not just his? What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'll be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'll be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. Ah, boy. Boy, I've never had like 3 stacks of evidence like this. Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut. I'll keep that in mind. Sheesh. Okay. Oh, what about the fingerprint on his locker? Maybe that may do something? No. Alright. Maybe this? That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yes. There's only one number left to investigate at 4:20 p.m. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number? 7777777. That's 17 too many, detective. An executive officer. I just might have a hunch. So that's not it? Is that not the right thing to use? About that jar, I think I've seen it before somewhere. Somewhere. Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most informative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief office and he's yelling at me. Chief Grant? Where could I have seen that before? Whoops. Ah. Date and time of death. February 19th, between 7 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Huh. No locker can be opened without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murderer to touch his own locker. Hey, wasn't your locker the one with the blood on it, detective? The handprint of the real murderer's gloved hand, without any fingerprints? Shh! If they come to arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you? If that happens, I think you'll do better pleading with Edgeworth. Scene of the stabbing of Detective PD. Maybe the screwdriver? Nope, not at all. I don't know what to do. We gotta show him something. Show him what? Oh, a lost item report, huh? Very impressive, detective. You knew what it was right off the bat. Well, I am a master of misplacement, you know. Master? That has such a cool ring to it. The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here. Wow, a higher power. Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold any evidence. Okay, I'm stooped. I have no idea what to do. Why are we here? No one's here today, not even Miss Starr. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. We provided in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. I've got to find all answers by tomorrow. Alright, we in the High Prosecutor office. Room 1202. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is. It looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? Edgeworth, I wanted to see you. He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. Crystal Jetty, 1448, cool stream to... What? Thank you. Appreciate that. How are you? What's another allegations to me? Chill, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. But Mr. Edgeworth is the one that's trying to give your sister a guilty verdict. Why are you on his side? Anyway, whatever. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. He's such a tsundere. I'm doing good as well. I wish you the best. Aw, appreciate that. And good to hear that you also are doing well. I'm still here, by the way. That's good to hear, too. I'm so glad when people are here just watching me. Because y'all could be doing anything else. Y'all didn't even have to be here. I exist, too. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I understand that y'all might be doing something in the background. Washing dishes. Playing game. Getting roused by your mother. I don't know. But y'all still stick around, and I am grateful for that. Waiting till 10 so I can snack. Okay. Alright. What time it is? Oh, it's not that far off. Another 10 minutes to go. If we have the same time zone. Excuse me. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. I try to get his voice. What do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. I'm on my PS4 right now while I'm watching your stream. You on your PS4? Alright, not bad, not bad. Let's talk, Edgeworth. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do to erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Alright, I just had to reread that in my mind because that didn't make sense when I was reading it. Mr. Edgeworth. I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. I care about you, Edgeworth. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. You just want me to stick to you like glue. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow's the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture? Something seems strange about it. The day of the crime. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this. Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on this ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. Your hair looks so normal. Why, Phoenix? Hair isn't that normal. You finish up at the office? Yes. Just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief Grant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes. It was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Okay, let's present him with the picture. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Grant's office. The prosecutor, Neil Marshall, he had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes. The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding, it's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Okay. Let me drink some tea for this. That's some good tea. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story? Not at all. Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though? For Emma's sake. Phoenix! Oh, stop being a liar. You don't know. Very well. Liar. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute.
Objection!
Those claims contradict each other. Why are we having a court case matter happening right now? Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh. Oh, I see. So the chip shield and broken knife symbolize. Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if they result in something as ugly as this. Wow! Thanks, Miss Edred. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Grant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Grant. That really is odd. What? Oh, wait, hold on. We need to go back. Excuse me. I don't know if this is a man or woman. Oh, it's Angel. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? Ooh, I would. Miss Star, I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. What? Okay. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence. My goodness, my brain. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife? No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be severed when eaten. A star hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. I want to go back to the High Prosecutor office because I forgot to examine this paper. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgewood is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgewood. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's fallen to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of... If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. No! Resignation? Edgewood, you don't mean... I'm tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died. But Mr. Edgewood, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh. I think he's serious. Ad breaks in 1 minute. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. What can we use this for? I don't even know. Alright. Alright, now we could move. And we could continue to talk to her. Dark investigation. Joe Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. So I don't think I was even more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jack Marshall, though. Must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Grant. And after the case closed, what happened? The legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong. Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret? What? That's actually... That's pretty weird. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman. We're relieved of our duties, most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye is merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. As a pawn, you say? She was being used? Demon Grant and Lana Skye. Grant lead the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Demon Grant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean false evidence? Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though. I take it she's talking about the forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Forgery. Yeah. How you doing, Troy? Welcome in. How you doing? How you doing on this wonderful day? Ah, yes. Myself included, I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. Good, how about you? Oh, I'm very well, thank you. Oh, just doing my stretches. But I am good. Yes. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would have ever recovered from the shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Star. Miss Star. Give me a packed lunch. I want fettuccine. That's why. I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Grant's powerful influence. Chief? That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor office. Hold on. Won't that mean that he had a motive? Because Goodman was on his way to transfer the evidence, which wouldn't be valid anymore. If something in there tied that with Lana, it'll probably lose its control. Oh. This has become a very complex case. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know. But one thing's for sure, I don't know either. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude. There must have been a reason for her change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Star. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Oh yeah, we cooking today. We are cooking. We need to go back to the police department. And we need to go to... Yeah, we need to speak to Mr. to Gumshoe. Oh, you're back. You're still here. I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. Okay. Or an errand boy. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. Actually, I've never heard of that type of DJ before because I automatically pictured music. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer is still no. I'm not letting you in the chief office, period. It'll be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's gotta be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. I got just a thing. Edgeworth discarded letter of resignation. He loved Edgeworth. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? Because Gumshoe is Edgeworth detective and loyal puppy. Oh, he got serious. No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious. Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they've pushed him this far. Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice, too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detective. That's it. I've made up my mind. But... Here, take my ID card. We can't do that. If someone find out, they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake. You mean to tell me if Mr. Edgeworth resigned, you're a goner? Alright, detective. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go into the office. That was denied me entrance earlier. Here goes, Mr. Wright. I hope there's not a report for that either. Ooh, there's a safe there. We're in. If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. I think music DJs are disc jockeys. Oh! But he called it desk jockeys. Wait, what the... So there's no such thing as desk jockeys. I think they just made that up then. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. He got slapped. Ah! Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. So you're here. Then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. Why? It shouldn't be crushed. It should be given back to him. Doesn't he have to now file for a missing ID if it's crushed and rendered and unusable? Hey, don't do that to my card. Oh, that's what I thought. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'll have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we could find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. Somehow I think we'll get caught. But let's examine. This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Grant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does it keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey, this is when Lana and I went to that theme park. Oh, okay. This was taken on the day 2 years ago. The day Chill Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Grant to question Dark. I bet he never knew he would be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? The chief organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. Why? That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building. That must be loud as fuck. When a detective screws up, the chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours. Oh, that is dreadful. What's so great about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. But aren't the chief ears effective? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's besides the point. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe? That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay. If you say so. Looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. A 7-digit number? I think I might know what it is. A 7-digit number. Input the number. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date? It's... No. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. A 7-digit number. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Code confirm. Access grant. That was too easy. Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 77777777. The final ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysteries executive officer who entered the room that day? You mean 77777? That ID number? I think you're 17 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Grant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? After I look at the desk. Wow, look at the size of the Chief Grant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, it's here too. Chief Grant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading. This music is a banger. Anyway, let me stop. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases. The list runs twice as long as this, though. Hey, look at the case name. Huh? SL9 incident? I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said, I wonder what... No, about evidence list. Normally they're twice as long? That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-size list of evidence. The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case. It would appear so. List of evidence in the SL9 incident was ripped in half, so this part is all I've got. This was in the photo. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. First the pipe organ, now this armor. How do you get that pipe organ in this office anyway? In this church. How do you get this whole church on this police department? Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean you're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1/10 of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh, be careful of what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding this armor as we speak. I don't think he'll fit in there. Even if he did, he'll never be able to get back out. Cut it out, you guys. Don't know how scary that guy can be. Alright, now that we stop fooling around, let's look at this safe. Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's a shard from a broken cup. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in here too. What's this? Looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great. Now you have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's got to be something we can show the detective. Well, we could present him with that. There he is. Where did he go? Oh. Alright. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this shard a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one? That was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Assemble. Thundercats! Assembled! Here, let me see the shards. I'll take a crack at it. Oh, is that the reference for a wrong cartoon? Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, and prove Chief Grant was unknowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Boom 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 ba boom 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 and combined. It fits perfectly. There, it fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Grant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But... Hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line. That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Grant hide this in his safe? Unstable jar updated in the court record. That's strange. Alright, now that that's done, can we do this? Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, detective. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about the cloth we found in the safe. Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Jeez, where's your sense of humor? Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I have done this. I don't have to be told 1,000,000 times. Alright, let's get this over with. We gotta choose a print. The clearest print seems to be this one. So, we're dusting. La 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 la. Dusting, 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 dusting. We're dusting today. We are the dust. We're dusting the screen. Everything looks white and it's not salt. We're dusting. We're dusting. We're dusting around. That's what we're doing. We're dusting in here. Oh my God, it looks like milk. Oh, it could be sugar. But then it could be something else that men kind of produce. Ooh, ooh, and then we just blow it away. Try the pinky next. We shall see the pinky. Oh. Oh. What? This looks like Emma. Oh my God, it's Emma. No, how can this be? What are Emma fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought there'd be Dark's prints. Psst. Hey, you, over here. What's going on here? What are the kids' prints doing inside the chief's safe? And why I haven't abolished this then? Yeah, I should abolish this bot. There you go. Well, it looks like we don't need to try the pinky. It match Emma. Emma is the one. LOL, when I was a kid, I made the whole screen white, but they made a limit on how much you can dust in the later case. Really? Dang. Well, I'm glad I did it like that. And I did it before we go on to the later case. Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. There's Emma prints. Alright. That's on the other side of the room. Was that your sister? Yes. That's why I was waiting for Lana. She have a glass table and he has a mahogany table. Boy, the ranks, it's telling. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Grant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. A warning for Lana, maybe. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk? No one except Chief Grant. And the clean lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes? I mean, that's the only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Gumshoe, you are building up my anxieties right now. Just say it, man. Okay. Phoenix like, okay. Nothing to be seen here. Now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to stop bothering you, pal. You don't just let go at that. Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Grant might be a suspect, do you? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do you think of him? Chief Grant? So it's finally come to this? What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Oh, Fritch! We got caught! Chief Grant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Ew. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir... Now get out. Gosh, he's such an evil prick. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way too, then. Wait. You, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair, you're free to go. But, Mr. Wright... Look, pal, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew I'd be like this, I never would have said it. You just make chub change anyway. You need a change of jobs. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Grant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept Early silent about it all this time? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. That's not gonna happen. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning? I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job, mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. How dare he call me thick-headedness? Now, why were you keeping quiet? I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No. I think you're afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, who may I ask is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of? What is this person's name? It's Miggins! No, it's not. It's Jake! No, it's not. It's Goodman! Ah, no, it's not. Of course, it's Demon Grant. He's the chief of police, man. Well, Miss Sky? Ooh. She ain't saying. Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I take it she still's not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? Sure. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable. Then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically hiding and forging evidence. Of course, these are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Grant's name was never mentioned? That is a very good goddamn question. Chief Grant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was... me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Grant. If you intend to accuse Chief Grant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Grant falsified evidence in that case. You want proof of the chief wrongdoing? Here it is. That evidence proves someone is doing something wrong, all right. But it's not the chief. Who would that be? Why, you, of course. Me? Yes. You seriously think what you're saying? Don't you know that's scary? You seem to have the markings of a criminal in you. What with all your fallacious accusations. Care to spend tonight in the cell next to mine? If you ask me, you're the scary one. Do I have to talk this out again? Okay. Oh, okay. So I have to do this again in order for me to present which evidence to stick him with. He falsified evidence. Oh, this jar. It gotta be. I just found this in the safe in the chief office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Oh, so it was the cloth. Anyway, it just didn't take. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Grant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the chief orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate. In the murder of Detective Goodman? Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Orders. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. Oh, what was the order? I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. The knife from the SL9 incident? The serial killer? Joe Dark's knife? I couldn't just leave that knife in him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand. Hello, Bloody Blade. Welcome to the stream. How are you? My name is Trina. Sama. And I am Queen of the Shadow. Sometimes, maybe. But how are you? How you doing? How was your day? Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in. I'm doing good. Good to see you again. That's good. It's been a while because I kind of forgot about you. I just beat Code Vein too. How was it? Is it worth my time? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be open again. My intent was to prevent that, by whatever means possible. So you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark's case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. An Edgeworth exhaust pipe? Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence. It was good. It's easier than the first one, but good graphics, awesome story. I think you would enjoy it. Easier than the first one? Alright, I'll give it a try one of these days. I have to add that to my list. No spoilers. In my opinion, at least. I'll try it. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling. The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Grant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. Oh, you mean, not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief office 2 years ago. Pow! Alright. What time is it? It is 10:46. But we could go a little longer. Let's go straight to the case. Just to make up for the time that I lost on last week's Saturday, because my internet was being stupid. Yeah. Okay, so February 25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. By the way, Bloody Blade, have you played Phoenix Wright before? If you have not and plan to play it, this may be a spoiler for you. Yes. So just letting you know. With that, someone is going to die today. Evil Sonic. This is a defendant lobby, alright. But there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. Edgeworth. Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 77777 ID number is. Excuse me. That is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True. Not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from the list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right, and Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty. But she didn't do it! I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Edgeworth, you're being so understanding of me. Maybe because he's thinking of defense as a more cooperative type of role instead of the one that's always defending. Getting a non-guilty verdict from a person. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you will lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Grant has on her, it's now. All right, we in court. District Court, courtroom number 9. Let's go. All right, I slam my hammer. Let's get to it.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make.
Chief Grant? And he shall appear. Objection! Morning, folks. How's everyone's doing? Hey, RG, been back to the pool yet?
No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work.
Both y'all need to retire. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. Grant, you shouldn't have the authority over that. That should be Edgeworth and the judge. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor office. No, Lana!
Objection!
You can't. Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services.
Well, goddamn.
But Lana, Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. God damn, she's 100% serious. This is turn. I've never had a defendant like this. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Our request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. I love this game. It's so funny. At this moment in time, it's friggin' killing me. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Objection!
One moment, Your Honor. Edgeworth for the win! What? God. Because Wright couldn't do it because he was no longer, Lana's defendant as of that sentence that she said. Oh my God. Mr. Edgeworth, The prosecution has not yet proven the defendants guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage will certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, Speaking to me like a goddamn grandfather? Get out of here. You're almost dead anyway. I don't think I care for your tune, Chief Grant. What? See, you rule out there, but in the court, it's Edgeworth's sword now. You speak to Edgeworth now. He control you in here. Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. Way to go! Yeah! Oh my god, that's good. That feels so good to the soul. Alright. Edgeworth is ruler in trial. You're his bitch, Grant. That's right. That's right. You may be in charge of investigating, but in the court, the prosecutor is the one in charge. What's that slap sound? Oh, that's me clapping. Don't think of it like that. Such a dirty-minded guy. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. And I should know, I was one once. You was a prosecutor? I'm dead. Yeah, you dead. You dead, Evil Sonic. You got speaking evil things. Naughty things. Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. Damn! Oh, sorry, I'm getting too excited. I'm getting too excited. Edgeworth just said to the chief prosecutor, I don't care what you think. And you know what? He's obligated to say that because she is just a defendant in this case. Yo! Sure was in law school for years. Oh. What happened? You quit or something? Why didn't you continue? What does he mean by slap sound? I was clapping. It sounded like a slap. He's minus 30. Don't mind that dang gun rubber. He thought I was slapping somebody. Slapping what? Faces. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Yeah, you don't do that anymore? Why? What happened? The job wasn't appealing no more? It was too hard? Did something else appeal to you to change job careers? What happened? I redeemed my cookies. Congrats. Now you could use it to
watch my 9mm go bang. Wa-da-da-dang, wa-da-da-da-dang. 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 Watch my 9mm go bang. and let me just go bang. Why not a dang? Why not?
Oh, thank God. Eh? No, I'm done. No, I couldn't figure out how to stop it. I had to take off the alert manually, Dread. Oh, Rasa, you banned Danganronpa? Isn't that a bit too much? Timeout, yeah, I agree. The fact he keeps spamming it was too much. Yeah, it really was. It really was too much. Like, I can understand doing it like once or twice, but doing it consecutively like that, no. He was warned. No, but it had already gone through, and I couldn't stop it. Raza, can you unban him? But just time him out though. Please? And warn him not to do that no more. Then he started the devil spam. He did the devil spam once. And then he started to do the dance again. Anyway, I turned off the redeems. So now no redeems is going to be on. Okay? That off now. Danganronpa killed it. Yeah. The redeems will be off for the rest of the stream. It's not going to be played anymore. He was warned, yes. You could time him out though. This will be his first warning. Do it 3 times, and then we could ban him. Bro, Danganronpa, no, but that was way too much. That was busting my ass. I did allow it at least up to 2 times, but after that, no. So Redeems is now not available until the stream ends. Danganronpa, if you do that again, yeah, you will be banned. You have been warned. I ain't gonna stop my mod next time. Can't be spamming redeems like that. I need to put a cooldown. I think that's my fault. That was annoying as fuck. I'll work on that. I'll work on that at the end of the stream. Okay. Thing is, I timed him out. Okay, good. That's his punishment for doing that. And I have to take off my headphones because it hurts my ass. Yeah, that was loud. And untime him out. No, let him be timed. Sorry, guys. Yeah, don't do that no more, okay? And he still did. Yeah, it had gone through. There's like an interval of like 1 second in between all them. Anyway. I think it glitched. No, you were pressing it a lot. Because tick time. Tick time too good, I think. You press that a lot. You press a lot of it. According to this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and then you started to spam the fox. No, you pressed the fox twice. You press the 9mm redeem, which is the girl dancing, 12 times. But it wasn't loading in Scream. I like the girl dancing. Yeah, but don't kill it. Don't kill it. Give people a break. Especially since I'm playing this type of game. I can't even talk over that. It takes a few seconds to load. Oh, and that's why he was probably pressing it a lot. But after a few seconds it played, so why did you keep pressing? Is there maybe a cooldown? I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't think I did put a cooldown on that, but that's... I really should. Redeems? Oh, you on YouTube. But if you on Twitch, you have an options of redeeming stuff like that. Okay. We all good, right? Good. Let's not do that again. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution request. No more girl dance. No more redeems for the rest of the stream. Because now I realize that is annoying as fuck. Don't make me regret listening to a pity. I'm gonna see if I can put a cooldown on that though after stream. I could put it for a good 30 minutes. That's okay with you, Chief Grant? Now I'm kind of pissed, not gonna lie. Calm down, Rasa. Actually, I feeling like that too right now. But let bygones be bygones. Let's just enjoy the game. Worthy, you will live to regret this, mark my words. Miss Emma Sky, please take the stand. Looks like Edgewood has decided to take the horse by the reins. Excuse me. Now then, witness. Please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Sky. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an accident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Fuck. Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. He sure give in fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago. The trip to yesteryear has finally happened. Yesteryear? I've never heard that before. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. Okay, 2 years ago. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. In the chest.
It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does his testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder?
That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
2 years ago. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a fun job, but I didn't feel like I could do it forever. Oh, you mean the prosecutor job. I even forget we was having that conversation because what happened earlier wiped that from my mind. I guess it was always tense and always trying to find evidence to be tiresome, I'm guessing. Always gotta be on your P's and Q's, huh? Basically, you might be playing Edgeworth since Phoenix can't press anything as he was released from being a defense attorney. That's true too, Dread. Let's see. No, I'm still playing as Phoenix. It can be, yes, and even when you do have the evidence, it may not all be enough. So you're not sure if who is a suspect may be actually guilty. So I guess you was always scared to put someone innocent behind bars. So who's the defense Phoenix currently pressing? Maybe we're doing this for Emma's sake. Maybe. I don't know. With no evidence, he's Edgeworthless. Also, hi, I teleported to YouTube. Well, I see that. Bruh. They are turned off. No, Danganronpa, don't do... No, don't do it like that. No. When you redeem those cookies, I don't get them. So there is no need to do that, Trey. I see now. Thank you for telling me that. Or were you trying to test the system to see if it was on? You wasn't trying to be naughty, were you? I did tell you those were off, and giving me cookies don't make sense. I don't need those cookies. No. So you can use on other cookie streams? No. Okay. You're a minor, right? When you watch the stream, my currency in my channel is a cookie. Other channels may have another different type of cookie. Danganronpa, why you keep copying Raza? My cookie don't work. Well, my currency of the cookie doesn't work anywhere else except my own channel. It doesn't work on other people's channels. I just confused on what. Yeah. On the ... man. It's me and Raza is losing his patience with you. So I suggest not doing that. Or else Raza will just time you out. I want cookies. You are getting them by watching it. Yeah, Raza is showing his impatience with you. Anyway. Yeah, so as you watch my stream, losing, it's gone. Oh god. Oh goodness. You are getting some of them. You get 10 cookies every 5 or 10 minutes you watch my stream. Evil Sonic? Wait. Real life cookies? So why were you trying to give me cookies if you wanted cookies? Raza, time him out. I don't understand that logic. You just tell me you wanted cookies. You, Danganronpa. I never said I want a cookie. Oh, sorry. Oh, that was bloody. Oh, my bad. Got confused there. Alright, never mind. I apologize for that. But yeah, cookies are granted for you by just watching the show. And you trying to give me cookies to redeem, that's not how that works. You use the cookies to do the redeems. But since you spam it too much, that was not warranted. I might be trigger itchy, but he didn't deserve it that time. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's me. That's on me. I got confused because I was talking to Danganronpa and Bloody just said... I was thinking I was still talking to Danganronpa. This is why Raza is a mod. Two years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes. She was second in command under the Deputy Chief of Police Grant. My sister, she was the best detective ever. Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Grant and Miss Sky used to be quite the pair. On the note of cookies, let me grab some. Might mellow me out. Yes, go ahead. Everybody gets some cookies or a pie or whatever. There was one time someone was spamming trying to redeem and me and that same person had the same color of the name and I got banned by accident instead. Oh. See, it happens. Wow. Wow. Bloody, do you have bad luck? I like chocolate cookies. Yeah, me too, Evil Sonic. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I got unbanned. That's good. My dad took my last ones, as I mentioned earlier. Wow. Ultimate lucky student. Cool, Bloody. I'm just glad that everything was cool after that. Everything was in its rightful place. You got unbanned. That's great. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day too. The police department and the prosecutor office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. A man came running in and took me hostage. Yes, baby! A man? Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right?
Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Grant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. Neil Marshall rescued me. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were two people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Grant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Almost forgot about Grant. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutor Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony.
I assumed that would also be why he was the first to run after Dark.
When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead. And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in?
I don't clearly remember what happened then, but
I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then the lights went out.
the lights?
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out?
Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right. But just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective?
Yes. Detective Goodman, he was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim.
Hear more.
So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago?
Yes. That's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw. If Detective Goodman was involved, then it could be linked to this case with Lana.
Yes, but